No way you're still embarrassing yourself online. I'm gonna make you look foolish for a second time. I let my students paint my nails before. The student that you see in this video has goals and aspirations to be a nail tech. Not only does she do nails, she does hair, makeup, she's a dancer, super intelligent. She's pretty much a jack of all trades. Since that's the homie, she came up and saw my nails looking a little rough, and she decided she wanted to give me a fresh, clear coat. If you know middle school girls, I wouldn't even just say middle school, I'd say high school too. If you know middle school and high school girls, you know that they're all hairstylists, makeup artists, so on and so forth. A lot of them actually do hair for money on the side. So if I need my hair taken out and my school's hairstylists are willing to do it, I'm gonna let them do their thing every single time. It's not like they were held at gunpoint and forced to do this. They wanted to help me.
What is it, the braids? This man basically lost his job for some straight backs. Didn't even clean up the front. Oh, you did all of this for some straight back. Are you telling me that the person that did these straight backs couldn't have taken the 10 minutes to undo your twists? Nah, because the more I look at these braids, the more pissed off I am, because this was the braids that his students was helping him like hurry up. If it was some micro braids, I'd have been like, all right, it does take a long time.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a story that is going viral involving a woke teacher who allegedly has been fired, or at the very least disciplined. It sounds like this guy has been fired, but who knows? He could be placed on some type of suspension or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like he's been punished, okay? I think that, honestly, this guy probably will end up getting fired if he hasn't been fired yet, because he, like a lot of these woke teachers, feel the need to try to promote their classroom and what they do in their classroom with their kids on the internet, right? Posting it on TikTok for their own personal gain, for their own personal brand building, okay? Because a lot of these people are narcissists, okay? And this narcissist teacher decided to post videos on TikTok of him doing things with his kids in class that don't include learning, right? You know, activities that you would think that a teacher is supposed to be doing in class with his kids, like, for example, teaching his kids things, right, about math, science, reading, writing, you know, what kids are supposed to be learning in school. No. He's posting videos of him getting his fingers painted, right, his fingernails done by his students, and getting his hair done, getting his hair unbraided by his students, okay? And this video has went viral. These videos have gone viral, and he's gotten some backlash for it, for posting this type of content of his kids doing this stuff with him in class. Take a look.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start clearing some people. Start off with this gentleman right here. You're letting your daughters play in a grown man's head. God forbid I had kids, but if I had a daughter with a teacher like myself, with a good heart, good spirit, sound mind, no, I would not mind if they took his hair out. That's what little girls like to do. They like to do hair and do nails and makeup. I have 5 little sisters. You bet your ass I done had a wig on my head before, had a whole lace front. I done got my nails painted, eyebrows done. Bro, this is what they do. As a father, I would even let my daughter do those things. Like if she wanted to paint my nails pink, or freaking put a wig on me, or do my hair, or put makeup on me, I'm going to do every single one of those things. You know why? Because I'm secure in my masculinity. That's one thing that I think is stumping a lot of guys, a lot of grown men today, is they are not secure with themselves, and they project their own insecurities onto others. Everything doesn't have to be weird. It's even the way you worded this question. Read this. You're letting your daughters play in a grown man's head. Do you see how you're already trying to spin that? That's very telling of what you have going on upstairs. We as a people have to abandon this idea of, you know, sexual intimacy being tied with getting your hair done. People have this view because typically you're intimate in a sexual manner with someone who does your hair. Automatically, this whole hair video is going to cause some people to be like, oh, where's that? That's weird. But again, it's very telling of your own state of mind.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that, okay? I love when people get caught doing something weird, okay, and then you call them out for doing something weird, and then they try to flip it back around on you and say, no, you're weird for calling me out for doing something weird, right? Like, it's just so funny how that works. Like, no, I'm simply calling you out for being weird. I'm not weird for having evidence of you doing something weird or being weird. You're weird, right? Like, you're weird. I'm just showing you, hey, like, this is weird, right? This is weird behavior. But anyways, of course you had some people came to this man's defense, because, you know, hey, he's just trying to help these girls out, right? That's what he's trying to do. Like a father figure, so to speak.
I just want to get on here really quick to say, because I've been following the teacher that with the hair, his students are taking his hair out. I've been following him for a long time, and I just saw that he may get fired. And the crazy part about that is, like, as a former teacher, I used to do my students' hair. My students do my hair. Is it weird that that's what was going on with me? Or y'all are really going to fire a good teacher that students have built community with, that students have built relationships with, because his students took his hair out? The people at B, or whoever the powers that be are, you are so far removed from the community of students that these teachers are working with. And for all this to be happening during Teacher Appreciation Week, it's fucking disgusting. And y'all wonder why you have a teacher shortage. You wonder why teachers are quitting in the droves. You wonder why teachers are leaving the profession. You wonder why students are now working virtually. You wonder all these questions during Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yeah, so is anybody surprised by the demographic of people that are likely to support this type of clearly inappropriate and unprofessional behavior in a classroom? Again, this is why you need fathers in homes, right? Fathers in the homes, okay? Because the type of people that will support this type of stuff most likely, okay, are women who don't have a man in the house to tell them why you're wrong to not have a problem with a grown man letting your daughter paint his nails and play with his hair in class.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we?
No problem, Mr. Lee.
I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out.
But Mr. Lee, you don't teach cosmetology.
I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor.
And I'll be representing myself as the proud father of an innocent teenage girl.
I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed.
And this is where things start to go south for me. You refer to them as 4 or 5 of your best friends. You know who else uses that same terminology?
I was just very close as my best friend. Now who found her in the whole wide world?
Now, I'm not calling you R. Kelly, but what I am saying is oftentimes wolves disguise themselves as sheep. So taking down your braids is an absolute no for my daughter. Now, I do think you're a great teacher, but what I would not want is for my daughter to get that level of security with you and then move on to the next teacher, the next grade that happens to be a male, and he presents himself just like you, but he's actually Mr. R. Kelly. This is why I think that there should be clear boundaries between students and teachers.
Right? I mean, there's so many reasons why this is not okay. But before I get into it, this guy apparently is responding to the punishment that he received, okay, getting fired, allegedly. And he's boo-hoo-whining and crying, right? He's breaking down in tears because his students are sending him a bunch of messages about how they miss him and all this other stuff.
Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back. I can't believe that taking somebody's hair out is such a big deal, and it makes me so mad that people make little things big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back, and we will always stand behind you and up for you no matter what happens. We got you. Again, we miss you and we love you so much, and can't wait for you to come back. I wish that this never happened because it feels like we're losing you. Come back soon. Don't be gone too long, because if you're not back by Monday, I know something's up. But anyways, I also made sure that the classroom was clean before we left. Love ya, missed ya. Love ya, miss ya, see you later. Hi, Mr. White. We've been seeing all this stuff going on, and so has your other former students, and I just want you to know that we're standing with you. I'm literally in my junior year of high school right now, and seeing all this, you were my and many others' favorite teacher.
Okay, so you guys get the gist of what's going on here, right? You guys should understand what's happening, right? I think that this guy, he definitely should not be in a classroom, okay? I don't even think he should be near a playground, to be quite honest with you. But at the very least, he's been placed on administrative leave, right? I don't know for certain if he's been fired, but the reports are that he's been fired. He's most certainly acting as if he's been fired. He's probably been placed on administrative leave, pending being fired, because they're probably doing an investigation. Again, this video just came out. So, you know, what I think about this? Well, again, I think that this guy is in the wrong. I mean, like, you cannot allow children to play with your hair and to paint your nails in class. You are a teacher. And yes, I know it's the end of the year, right? Where, you know, a lot of these kids, they've already taken their state tests and stuff like that. But you know what teachers traditionally do when that happens, where they don't have anything else to teach the kids or whatever, they're done with the curriculum? They put on some type of movie, or they put on some type of documentary. They put on something to keep the kids occupied, to keep them busy until the last day of school, and then, you know, summer break. That's what they do. What they don't do is allow kids to start playing in their hair, painting their nails, doing all types of crazy stuff like that I do think is weird behavior. I think that it is weird to have a grown man allowing young girls to play with parts of his body. I don't think it's something that is professional. I don't think it's appropriate to be doing in class. And I do think that reasonably you will have fathers that are not okay with that, right? And it seems like this guy probably teaches in one of these schools where, again, a vast majority of the kids come from single parent homes, okay, probably in the house with just a single mother. And again, the single mothers, that demographic, they're going to be totally fine with it. They're not going to see a problem with it. But a lot of fathers will see a problem with it, because if I had a daughter, okay, and she was going to school, she had a male teacher, I don't want any type of physical contact between my daughter and a grown man outside of a handshake, right? Anything more than a handshake, I'm not going to be okay with that. Like, that's not going to be acceptable, because, again, that's not what the kids are there for. The kids are not there to play with their teacher's body parts. I don't care what part of the body is. They're not there to do that. What they're there for is to learn. And furthermore, this teacher brought this situation on himself because he's a narcissist and he feels the need to document everything that he does in class. So he has all the evidence on his TikTok of him doing all types of inappropriate things with children in his class, things that don't have anything to do with learning. And then he wants to act shocked when it backfires, when he does something controversial with the kids, and then all of a sudden he's being punished for it, right? And the lack of awareness is astonishing, because this guy, after getting punished, fired, whatever happened to him, he runs straight to the camera to get on TikTok and to read messages from his kids, okay? I'm assuming they texted him. So if they have this guy's number, again, more inappropriate contact between a teacher and a student. You should not be getting any messages from your students, right? You should know what your students are feeling like right now, right? They shouldn't be able to contact you. They shouldn't be able to contact you outside of school, period. Because the contact should be between you and the parents, not you and the kids. Ridiculous. I mean, how many stories have I done about this? Okay, I've done at least 20 or 30 of them, at least over the past few years, okay? Most of them involve, you know, the teachers that want to, you know, push the woke gender agenda in class, right? That is a vast majority of the videos. But here's what they do. They go into class. They start pushing their politics. They start pushing their agenda. They record it. People get upset, and rightfully so, because these teachers are doing things in class that have nothing to do with learning, okay, what they're being paid to do, okay? And then they want to act shocked when people get upset, and they go report this behavior to the administrators. And then administrators have to act because, hey, You're more trouble than you're worth. You're causing problems. And that's exactly what happened to this teacher. So don't boohoo, whine, and cry now on camera because you ended up getting punished. I mean, if he hasn't been fired yet, he's lucky he hasn't been, because I don't see a reason why they shouldn't fire him, right? Because this, to me, seems to be a fireable offense. It's just weird, and it's inappropriate, and it's unprofessional, and it's a distraction, okay? And in fact, I don't think these schools should be allowing these teachers to have TikToks in the first place. If you TikTok anything that's going on in class, you're fired. I think that should be the policy. I'm so serious, because there's no reason for these teachers to be recording what they're doing in class and posting it on the internet for their own clout and their own personal gain, because that's what they're doing, right? It's not helping the students. I also think it's an invasion of privacy. I don't think these parents want their kids being recorded by their teacher and then having their faces posted on the internet everywhere so that the teacher can get popular. No, I don't think that's what these parents want. I wouldn't want that. So I don't understand why these schools even allow it. These teachers should not be allowed to record these TikToks in school and to post them online. They just shouldn't be allowed to do it. That's how you solve this problem. You just flat out say, well, we're just not going to allow you to do it. It's just against our policy. You can't do it. So, hey, again, if this guy hasn't been fired, I wouldn't be surprised if he does get fired. But at the end of the day, he bought it on himself. He shouldn't have recorded, and he should not have been participating in these types of activities with these kids. It is inappropriate, it's unprofessional, and it's weird. And if I was a parent, I don't think this would be acceptable, right? So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.